What if I told you that one of the most affordable Class A RVs in America for 2025 doesn't just cut costs, it actually delivers features you'd expect from models twice the price? The Freedom Traveler A24 is compact, budget-friendly, and designed for first-time RV buyers who don't want to sacrifice comfort. But here's the big question. Does saving money mean giving up too much, or has Thor Motor Coach found the sweet spot between price and performance? Stick around, because the answer might surprise you. The 2025 Freedom Traveler A24 comes from Thor Motor Coach, one of the biggest names in the RV world. Thor has built a reputation for creating motorhomes that balance comfort, convenience, and affordability, and the A24 is their newest attempt at bringing more people into the Class A lifestyle without breaking the bank. Now, Class A motorhomes are usually seen as big, luxurious rigs with equally big price tags. But that's exactly why the A24 is turning heads. It's designed for families and couples who want the Class A experience in a more compact, budget-friendly package. Think of it as an entry point into the world of larger RVs, without the intimidating size or six-figure cost. What makes this launch so important is the timing. More Americans are looking for road trips, outdoor adventures, and flexible travel in 2025, but not everyone wants to, or can, spend top dollar. That's where the Freedom Traveler A24 steps in. But here's the catch. Does being the most affordable in its class mean you're compromising on features, comfort, or even drivability? In this review, we'll take a closer look at the design, interior, performance, and real-world usability of the A24 to see if it truly delivers on its promise, or if it cuts too many corners. Let's start with the design. At first glance, the 2025 Freedom Traveler A24 doesn't scream budget-friendly. Its exterior has the bold, squared-off stance you'd expect from larger Class A rigs, but with slightly shorter dimensions that make it easier to handle on highways or in tighter campgrounds. The full-body paint options give it a polished, upscale look, something most entry-level RVs skip. You could easily mistake it for a higher-priced model until you park it next to one. Step inside, and the surprises continue. The A24 makes clever use of space. A full-length slide-out expands the living area, giving you an open floor plan that feels far bigger than the coach's footprint suggests. There's a modern galley kitchen with a 3-burner cooktop, microwave, and decent counter space, perfect for family meals on the road. The living room offers a dinette that converts into a bed, plus a sofa for lounging. And despite being one of the smallest Class A's in the lineup, it still squeezes in a private rear bedroom with a queen-size bed. Storage is generous for its size, with overhead cabinets and underbed compartments designed to hold more than you'd expect. Technology-wise, Thor clearly wanted to keep the A24 relevant in 2025. You get a touchscreen infotainment system up front, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility, plus multiple USB charging ports scattered throughout the cabin. Safety features include backup and side-view cameras, essential for new Class A drivers, and automatic leveling jacks to make campsite setup far less stressful. Now, when it comes to performance, the A24 rides on a Ford chassis with a 7.3-liter V8 engine. It's not a rocket ship, but it delivers reliable power for highway cruising and moderate mountain grades. Handling is where the shorter wheelbase pays off. It feels noticeably less intimidating than a traditional 35-foot motorhome. Fuel economy, while never the selling point of a Class A, is slightly better here thanks to the lighter weight, though we'll see if that's enough to matter in the verdict. But here's where the trade-offs start to show. The bathroom is compact, fine for quick use, but taller travelers may feel cramped. The kitchen storage, while smartly laid out, isn't as deep as on bigger rigs. And while the queen bed is comfortable, it's not the walk-around style you'll find in higher-end models, meaning access can feel a little tight. Still, for many buyers, these compromises might be worth it. You're getting a true Class A driving and camping experience at a price point that's hard to ignore. And that's exactly why the A24 has sparked so much attention. But here's the real question. Do the savings hold up once you factor in pricing, options, and what competitors are offering in the same bracket? That's what we'll uncover as we move into the highlights, drawbacks, and, most importantly, the verdict. And this is where everything comes together, the real-world driving test. On paper, the 2025 Freedom Traveler A24 promises maneuverability, comfort, and affordability. But does it actually deliver once you're behind the wheel? The answer, surprisingly, is yes, with a twist. As soon as you settle into the driver's seat, visibility feels wide and commanding, something that can't always be said for compact Class A's. The 7.3-liter V8 powers up with confidence, and while you won't be passing sports cars anytime soon, merging onto the freeway feels steady and stress-free. Even more impressive is how the A24 handles curves and lane changes. Thanks to its shorter length, it feels more like a large van than a rolling apartment. For first-time buyers, that's a huge confidence boost. Inside, passengers reported a quieter ride than expected. Road noise is still there. It is, after all, a box on wheels, but the cabin held together without rattles or squeaks, a sign that Thor didn't cut too many corners in the build. That said, climb a steep hill, and you'll quickly notice the limits of the V8. It will get you there, but you'll hear it working hard. And then there's the shocker: fuel economy. While no Class A is ever going to be efficient, our test runs showed the A24 pulling slightly better mileage than some larger Class C competitors. That's a surprise and a win for buyers worried about gas costs. So, here's the turning point. The Freedom Traveler A24 may not wow you with luxury or raw power, but it doesn't feel like a stripped-down budget by either. The big question now is whether the value proposition truly makes sense once we factor in pricing and options. That's where the verdict comes in. So, where does that leave us with the 2025 Freedom Traveler A24? After spending time with it, the verdict is clear. This RV doesn't just earn its most affordable class a title, it redefines what entry-level motorhome buyers can expect. The strengths are easy to see. You get a genuine Class A driving experience in a smaller, more manageable package. The interior space, while compact, is smartly designed to feel open and welcoming. Tech features like Apple CarPlay, backup cameras, and automatic leveling add convenience, usually reserved for pricier models. And the surprise fuel economy edge makes it even more attractive for budget-conscious travelers. But it's not flawless. The bathroom feels cramped, kitchen storage is limited, and uphill driving shows the limits of that V8 engine. If you're dreaming of a luxury suite on wheels, this isn't your match. Yet for families, couples, or first-time RV buyers looking to step up from a travel trailer or Class C, the A24 is one of the most approachable ways to experience the Class A lifestyle. In today's U.S. market, where more people want flexible travel without spending six figures, the A24 lands at exactly the right moment. It lowers the barrier to entry, and in doing so, it may even push competitors to rethink what affordable can look like in this category. So, is the Freedom Traveler A24 the perfect RV?
No.
But is it one of the smartest buys in 2025 for those who want to start living the Class A dream without draining their savings? Absolutely. But what do you think? Would you trade a little luxury for a lower price and easier driving experience? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your take. And if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss the next deep dive into 2025's most talked about RVs.